on that day.
50 years ago, the two world superpowers had their tank guns pointed at each other, separated by only a few yards in Germany.
This one still scares me.
Politically, Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev thought America's president, young John F. Kennedy, was weak and could be intimidated into giving up Allied territory split after World War II.
At that time, the Russians were sending their fighter planes directly at the line, at our lines.
Retired Lieutenant Colonel Jim Bowers, and veteran pilot of the F-104 fighter jet, describes the high-stakes game of chicken Russian pilots were playing with Allied airspace over Germany.
They would come at least Mach 1, better most of the time, and they would come to the line and they'd turn left and right.
Colonel Bowers was among the 450 Air National Guard pilots and crew based in East Tennessee, ordered to head overseas and stand up to the bully charges by the Russian military.
That was a scary time, I think.
You were truly the tip of the spear at this moment.
We were.
And the 151st Fighter Squadron made it from East Tennessee to Germany in record time. In less than a month, crews managed to pack, load, ship, and rebuild upwards of 20 of these high-performance jets.
If you need to do something, do it now and do it right. And that's the way we operated.
We had the best maintenance people in the world. There wasn't anything those guys like Chester couldn't fix.
And fixing the increasingly tense political standoff between two superpowers now rested in the hands of Tennessee pilots like Colonel Bowers.
But it was a very frightening thing. One missile pickled off by mistake into an enemy aircraft or just over the enemy lines could have started World War III. So you can bet we were thinking about that all the time.
But the pilots and these planes proved difference makers, and a key reason boiled down to one word: speed.
It's still today one of the fastest airplanes in the world.
Developed more than 50 years ago, these planes could push past Mach 2, meaning they could taxi from a Knoxville runway and be over Atlanta in less than 10 minutes. They earned the nickname, the missile with the man.
There's nothing else like it.
And the ability to scramble at twice the speed of sound up to the threat at the border quickly forced a change in Soviet tactics.
When these old Tennessee boys got over there, all of that screaming towards the lines sort of slowed down and stopped almost immediately. So the basic threat that we went over there to take care of once we got there, and once the